I invested in this.
What's up? What's up? What's up, tribe? Here I come. Hey, y'all. How's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. I was going to say Friday, Lord. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. I know I'm going earlier than what I had scheduled because I thought I would need more time after the show was over, but I didn't. So I had a little situation, but we'll get into it. Let me say hi to everybody. Lamont, listen, Lamont, I'm going to get there. Ooh, I'm going to get there. Hey, Raven, what's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, LaDonna, Lovely 31, what's going on? So did y'all see the poll coming in? There should be a poll. Hopefully y'all see it. I'm playing around with some stuff here. Do y'all see I think y'all see the poll because it says that it's 50-50. So hold on. I'm trying to see the whole poll. It won't show me the whole thing. Let me see here. 50% of the people say they didn't watch it. So y'all just in here hanging out, huh? Okay, there it is. It popped up now. So I have 33%, 36%. Okay, it went down again. How do I? 33% said they enjoyed the show. 13% said no, and 53% said they ain't watching. Okay, well, if y'all ain't watching, y'all just hanging out with the folks. You still working? Oh, I understand, baby. I understand. Really be in chat. Feels like it's been Saturday for 3 days. Listen, I ain't complaining. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining. So we had the Soul Train Awards tonight, right? Please make sure you're hitting the like button as you are coming in. As you can see, I was trying to get to under 900 by the end of this evening. I don't know, but if 23 people are coming in the room that are not subscribed to the channel, can you please hit that subscribe button so we are on our road to 10K, honey. I'm trying to get to under 800 people. We're within 800 people by the end of the night. We're doing pretty decent. We were at 30 something earlier today, child. That Duran guy is life. Hey, Nap Queen, what's up? Xscape took like 4 stars. Ah! You said Xscape looked like 4 Star Wars. Oh, shoot. Let me take this down again. 4 Star Wars C-3POs and wigs. Child. We're going to get there. We are going to get there. So, first of all, I'm going to give y'all my overall at the end. That's right. My mom said, come on in and hit that like button. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. So, first of all, let me be honest and full disclosure. Of course, as soon as 8 o'clock hit, I have DirecTV, and something happened with my DirecTV. I had to reboot the whole thing. I had to call them. They had to troubleshoot. I don't know what happened. I was watching something, and I had like 15 minutes of that show left, and I was like, oh, that's perfect. I'll finish this show 15 minutes, and then, because I hate sitting through the commercials. So usually when I start shows, especially like award shows, I usually give myself a 30, 45-minute window. Because I'm going to fast forward through all the damn commercials. You know what I'm saying? I might fast forward through some of the other stuff too. If people get to performing that I don't know who they are, I think it's a mess. But I said, well, I got to watch everything because we're going to do our after show. But I was still going to fast forward through the damn commercials. But I say all that to say, I lost about 30 minutes. I tried to find the show streaming. I tried to find it everywhere. I couldn't. I think the only thing that I missed, though, because I did go back and look at, I was able to catch some stuff. I think the only thing I missed was the cipher, which I love the cipher. So I'm still going to watch it again. They didn't even give us any awards. Child, you know what? The award shows are less and less about awards. I mean, it's really about the performances. Hey, Miss Chloe, how you doing, my girl? My love, my love. So I think I missed the Soul Cipher, and I've been trying to find it on on YouTube and everything else. All the other performances are there. If you go to YouTube, you can see every performance from tonight. You can't see the cipher, but I know they did one because they advertised it. So who saw the cipher? Who saw the cipher? I didn't watch it on TV, but they uploaded all the performance. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything is there except for the cipher, though, Janae. I don't know why the cipher is not on there. And if y'all find it, let me know. But I cannot find it. When I type in Soul Train Awards 2022, when I type in performances 2022, I typed in every version I could think of for the soul. Now, the other soul ciphers like 2021, 2020, hell, one of the ciphers from 6 years ago popped up. I said, well, why y'all not showing me the cipher? So I feel like that's the only thing I really missed. I'm taping it again. You know, it's coming on again in about 30 minutes, but I didn't want to hold us up just for that. I'll catch it, and you know we can talk about it later. But y'all said the cipher was good. Who it's on Twitter. Of course it's on Twitter, child. Hold on, let me see. Y'all know I don't go to Twitter. Hold on, let me see if I can maneuver my way through Twitter, child. I don't really do Twitter like that. Hold on, let me see here. Hold on, child. Let me see if I can do Twitter. Because I love the Soul Cipher. I love the Soul Cipher. Cipher, excuse me. Lord. D-Nice was the DJ. Yeah. Okay, it's on Twitter. I should have checked. I didn't even think about Twitter. I should have checked Twitter before I went live. Let me hashtag. Oh, I don't be doing Twitter. Soul Train. 2022. Okay. It says get to know this year's Soul Cipher performers. That's what you were talking about. Duran. What's his name? Duran. All right, hold on. I didn't do it as a hashtag. Let me do it as a hashtag. So y'all, what was y'all? I think that was the next question I was gonna ask. Is what was y'all favorite performer? No, I already saw. Okay, it says no results for Soul Train Cipher 2022. Let me see. Soul Cipher. I might just have to watch it again. I mean, it's like I said, I'm taping it again. So I'm gonna do Soul Cipher. If not, we're just gonna move on, child. We probably still gonna move on because I want to be able to enjoy it. All right, I can't find it. I'm sure it's on YouTube. I mean, I'm sure it's on Twitter. I just gotta find it, child. Okay. Raven said Decipher. Janae said Decipher, Escape in the Time. I saw Duran Bernard Cipher on YouTube, but I didn't see the whole thing. It'll probably be up in the next, I would say probably within the next hour or so. Even if it's not on the official BET channel, somebody gonna upload it. So, like I said, I'm taping it again. My DVR is taping the show again, just so I can see what I missed. But I just want to let y'all know, literally, it cut off after Ari Lennox performance, and then it picked back up right. I'm like, it was perfect timing. It picked right up right as Jermaine Dupri was coming out on stage to do the award for Xscape. So I feel like I got the majority of what I wanted to see. I just didn't see the cipher. But I'm going to catch it. We'll talk about it. Y'all said it's good. I need to check out for Duran. Cool. But we're going to get back to the cipher. Okay, so let's talk about, we are here for the BET Awards after party, after show. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I see my poll. Well, you know what? That's redundant. I already asked y'all, did y'all enjoy the show? Most of y'all said yes. Okay. But the majority of y'all ain't watched it. And it's all good. It is all good that the majority of y'all ain't even watched the daggone show. That's cool. All right. I only knew Muni Long. Really? You mind if I, Felice, you mind if I ask you, you don't have to tell me your exact age, but what's your age group? Because if you only knew Muni Long, you not in my age group. You not in my age group. So the award show opened up with Muni Long. And let me tell you what, I absolutely loved this performance. I wrote in my notes. I'm gonna tell y'all in my notes, I wrote in my notes, cute skit, old school, telling a story. And the name of the song is Plot Twist, but Plot Twist. That's what I wrote in my notes. That's what I wrote in my notes. Y'all, I really enjoyed that first performance. And yeah, Cameron, you're right. It was a Tyler Perry play. You ain't lying. I wouldn't even be surprised if we found out Tyler Perry wrote it, child. It was a Tyler Perry play. It was. I ain't gonna front. It was. But it was cute and I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was definitely giving me, R&B music tells a story. And it was definitely giving me that story. You know what I'm saying? I was here for it. I didn't like Moni Long's performance. Her skit was good, I did, but her vocal ability couldn't keep up with it. In the beginning, I don't think it was a great representation of her vocals. But once she got up, like when she was sitting down, and they say, it's hard to sit down and sing. When she was sitting down, I didn't feel like it was giving me all that we know she can give us. But once she got up, I think she sort of stepped into it. But I liked it, and I thought that was a great way to start the show because I thought it was cute. I thought it was real cute. Plot twist. I thought it was real cute. I'm gonna say like this: falling onto the floor, yeah, child. She was giving us drama, honey. I'm in the BET cipher. Sorry, and I'm 35. You're in the cipher for Lise Gillespie? You're in the cipher? Wait a minute. Hold on now. Because I didn't see the cipher. Y'all, it's for, because we just got finished having a whole conversation about how I missed the cipher. You're in the cipher for Lise? I just want to make sure I understand what you're saying. Chante Moore was your favorite. Well, you good by me. If Chante Moore was your favorite girl, you good by me. Let me say this about, so DeRay Davis hosted the BET Awards. Can I say, y'all, that I think, no, oh, okay, I misunderstood you. Okay, no problem, girl, because I'm about to be like, oh my goodness, she was in the cipher. No, she meant she didn't know anybody. Oh, got it. Okay, thank you. Ooh. So, can I say that I enjoy DeRay Davis as a host. Probably that is the most enjoyment I got out of a host in a very, very long time. I feel like he just went up there and he did his thing. I don't think he was trying too hard. He didn't give us a bunch of corny skits. He gave us, let me tell you what he did. Okay. The word of the night for me for this show was hashtag old school, right? Hashtag old school. Hey, Janae. Hashtag old school. Because he gave us old school comedy. If you've ever looked at an old school comedian, right? Or even a good comedian, a good current comedian. Number one, they're good storytellers. But if you pay attention to a stand-up comedian, a good stand-up comedian, they know how to take a joke. They introduce you to the joke, and then they run that joke through their whole stand-up, right? That's how you get these catchphrases. That's how you get these memorable jokes, because they know how to weave a joke throughout while they're still telling other jokes. They know how to weave a joke through. So if you look at what DeRay Davis did at the beginning, Deon Cole, Lord, I done made up the daggone thing. Deon Cole. Lord, I done made this a whole different person. Deon Cole, my bad, y'all. If you, and I think I hashtag DeRay Davis child. Anyway, I have to change that. But if you pay attention to what Deon Cole did, at that in the opening skit, he gave us a couple of jokes that he ran all the way through. He gave us the joke about the time, right? He was like, I'm gonna get y'all out here on time. And he gave us a joke about the teleprompter, right? He ran that teleprompter joke, but it wasn't overboard. It was funny and it was accurate, because we know, if you know anything about these award shows, then you know that teleprompters are always an issue. Something always happens with the teleprompter. So I thought that the teleprompter joke was cute. I thought Shondo, when he said Shondo, I wrote that in my notes too. I wrote it in my notes. Shondo, let him use us. And I wrote that in my note, right? So what's up, little baby? No, we just getting started, girl. No, I don't think Tamar was there, baby. I didn't see Tamar. Like I said, I missed 30 minutes. Unless Tamar performed in them 30 minutes, I didn't see her. But I thought that was cute, because throughout the rest of the show, every time Deon Cole came on stage, he reiterated the "I'm gonna get y'all out of here on time" joke, right? Do I have time to tell a joke? No. Okay, you want me to stretch it? Okay, cool. I thought it was funny. I appreciated the fact that he was funny, but I don't feel like he went overboard. And I enjoyed him the whole time. He gave us costume changes. He was in the audience. I feel like he didn't go overboard. What y'all think? I enjoyed him though. I thought he was Virgil Love said he's on his way to be one of the. I agree, because you definitely saw the elements. You said it to me. Thank you, Janae. Thank you, baby. I'm gonna look at it. He said he gave us elements. He gave us those elements. So I was here for that. So I thought he was great. I enjoyed that. Around the bell, girl, why are you just naming random people? No, Kiki White did not before. No. So that's number one. I enjoyed the opening performance. Again, it was a little rocky in the beginning, but I knew where she was going. Well, greetings, you in Switzerland. Oh, I want to go to Switzerland. Switzerland is so beautiful, Joshua. Oh, that's beautiful. So it was a little rocky in the beginning, but I liked the skit. I liked the fact that she was giving us a little skit, a little something. I thought it was cute. And yes, it was very Tyler Perry-ish. It was. So then now again, y'all, he gave an RIP to Takeoff. So I was here for that he acknowledged, even though I'm sure they didn't have time to put anything together, but they acknowledged, and I was here for that. Ari Lennox performed. Listen, I thought that Ari Lennox gave us great R&B. Great R&B. I heard his new special was really good. I heard it was good too. I heard it was really funny too. And it sounds like at the end he said that he's got a show coming. So I think he's gonna have his own show on BET. That's the way it sounded. I could be wrong, but I got the impression he was gonna have a show on BET. I don't know if it's gonna be in BET Plus or on BET. But I enjoy Ari Lennox's performance. I agree, Xavier. She always gives us a good performance. And it's that, again, hashtag old school. Y'all hashtag old school in the chat. Because that's what this night was about. It was about, for me, it was just about some good old-fashioned R&B. Some good old-fashioned R&B. So that's where the break happened, right? I got to Ari Lennox, and then I picked up at the Lady of Soul Awards. So again, I feel like the only thing I missed was the cipher. If I missed something else, I'm gonna catch it and we'll talk about it later. But the only thing I caught, the only thing I know I missed was the cipher, right? And like I said, we already talked about the fact that I missed the cipher, child. He does have a sitcom coming on BET Plus. I thought he was advertising for a sitcom. Okay. Now, let's do it. Can we come back to Xscape? Can we come back to Xscape? I feel like I got a lot to say, but I want to get through a couple of the other things first. Can we do that? Can we come back to Xscape? Okay, we're going to put a pin in that. So we got the Lady of Soul Train Awards, or the Lady of Soul Award, which we know was Xscape. Jermaine Dupri did the intro. They had a nice little who Xscape is, what their impact is on music, yada, yada, yada. I thought it was great. I thought it was great. It's called Average Joe. Okay, cool. I thought it was great. Okay. Well, we're going to come back to the performance and all that good stuff. Y'all, then we had this performance by Tank and Jay Valentine. Listen. Tank took us down to the paint. It wasn't really the paint, y'all. But we had a dancer on the pole doing a beautiful dance while he was singing. Very sensual, very sexual. But it was beautiful. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't raunchy, right? It wasn't raunchy, but it was very sexual, it was very sensual. I was here for it. He had an all-female like symphony playing the strings to the song, or at least pretending like they was playing the strings to the song. Baby, that performance was giving me fever. Okay, I listen. Listen, Chloe, me too. I said I'm sent when Really B says, listen. Listen. Chloe, I said the same thing. I ain't never heard that song before, but I'm gonna find it. And let me tell y'all something. Listen. We after dark, right? We're not quite after dark, but if you got kiddies in the room, just close their ears for a second. Let me tell y'all something. If Really B had a man up in this house, y'all wouldn't have got this live. After that Tank performance, I'd have been busy. Okay? That performance gave me fever. Okay? I'm telling y'all now, y'all wouldn't have got this live. Y'all have been like, where is Really B? She said we was going to have an after party, and Really B would have been having her own after party. I'm just telling y'all what I know. I'm telling y'all what I know. That performance gave me fever. If you didn't like it, if you didn't enjoy it, I don't know what to tell y'all. I don't know what to tell y'all, okay? The words, did y'all hear the words? Did you hear the words? It was a great performance. It was a great performance, okay? It was a great performance. Next up, we had not freak. Tracy, I ain't doing this with you. I'm not doing this. It's out, Tracy. Next up, I'm gonna have to take the glasses off for this one, y'all. Next up, we had Chante Moore. I did not realize that this was the whatever anniversary of her first album, Precious. And she's actually going on tour commemorating the album. Let me tell y'all something. Chante Moore is my bitch. Y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna just have to go on and give it to y'all raw tonight. Chante Moore is my girl. I love Chante Moore. That album got me through some stuff. Do y'all hear what I'm telling you? That album got me through. That first album of hers, bitch, what? Can I tell y'all the way I was in this living room getting my life? Chante Moore came out on stage and said, let me explain to y'all hoes how it's done. Okay? She gave us fast. She gave us slow. She gave us the hits. Her voice was flawless. And when I say flawless, I mean flawless to a person like me. I ain't no professional music teacher. I ain't no professional voice coach. But to somebody like me, baby, that thing was flawless. She came in there and gave us Love's Taking Over. Okay, baby. When I tell you the way I was in here acting a fool, because I love Chante Moore. I love that album. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? And then she gave y'all Shantae's Got a Man at Home at the end. Y'all saw her husband. They kept panning over to her husband because y'all know she got married last year. They kept panning over to her new man. I said, I know that's right. Yes, it was everything. And y'all didn't know. Y'all thought Mariah Carey was the only one that could hit them notes. Bitch, please. Chante Moore said, let me remind y'all of who the fuck I am. Chante Moore said, you must have forgot who the I am. And if you forgot, let me remind you. Bitch, what? Look good. Sound good. And gave us a good listen. Old school. Hashtag. That's old school right there. That's old school right there. Hashtag. You're going to get your money's worth. You're going to come. You're going to get a performance. You're going to get some grown folk music. Okay? You're going to understand every word. You're going to be able to sing along to the lyrics. Okay? Anybody mumbling? Okay? I think Chante can sing. She can hit all them damn octaves. I had no idea that was with her boo. Yeah, that was her boo. That's her new man, honey. That's her new thing. That's her new boo thing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's her new boo thing. She did. She only. Did you see how she went from stage A through the crowd over to stage B? Bitch, what? Chante said, I'm on all of this. I'm gonna start over here. Then I'm gonna walk through the crowd and then I'm gonna end up over there. And I'm not gonna miss a beat. I'm telling you, these girls should have been in the audience taking notes. I'm telling you, I saw Candace. They kept panning over to Candace, baby. You should have been taking notes, Candace. You need to be taking some notes from Chante Moore. Baby. And I wrote that in my notes. Still hit those notes. I mean, I wrote octaves. Still hit those octaves, bitch. And she had so much control over it. Y'all hear the control of her voice? Like, it wasn't rushed. She didn't throw it in there just to be like, y'all know I can hit these notes. No, ma'am. She was playing with y'all. She was playing with y'all when she was hitting them octaves. Bitch. What? Mm-mm. So when Lamone came in and the first thing he said was Chante Moore, I said, I know you right. I know you right. Chante did that. Chante did that. Now, the next thing I have in my notes is Morris Day and the Time. I guess it wasn't nothing else there. But like I said, we're going to come back to Xscape. But let's talk about Morris Day and the Time. And again, you have to be of a particular age to be able to appreciate what Morris Day gave us on that stage tonight. Okay? First of all, for those of y'all who do not know or don't understand or don't know the more, I'm getting a headache. I think that's why I keep taking my glasses off. I'm getting a headache. Hold on, y'all. Something. Sarge, you gotta catch the replay, baby. You gotta catch the replay. So, Baby Morris in that damn mirror, child. So let me give y'all a little bit of history lesson. If y'all don't know nothing about now, why I feel like y'all shade SZA and her cursive singing. I'm not shading nobody. If a hit dog will holler, but I'm not. I ain't thinking about nobody in particular when I made that statement. That's from that, and that's true tea. I ain't thinking about nobody. You never heard of it? Girl, Chloe. You never heard of Morris Day in the Time? O Street said, I really be honest, watch this stuff, but I love the way your full on DC accent is out. Is my accent thick? Morris Day is still pretty, little baby. Don't do that. Don't come in here doing Morris Day. Morris Day is pretty. Don't do that. Don't come in here doing Morris Day now. Well, Xavier, I expected you not to know who Morris Day was, baby. I love you dearly, but I expected you to. So let me give y'all a little history lesson on who Morris Day is and who Morris Day in the Time is. Let me give y'all a little history lesson, okay? There was a time when y'all know Prince. I know y'all better know Prince. Prince introduced us to that Minneapolis sound, right? Prince introduced us to the Minneapolis sound. And y'all know with Purple Rain, there was a time when Prince could do no wrong, right? Once Purple Rain hit and it blew up. But Purple Rain is loosely based on Prince's story and how he came up in Minneapolis. BA Superstar, you said Purple Rain with a question mark like you don't know what Purple Rain is. Please tell me you know what Purple Rain is. Do I need to go all the way back? Whoosh. Prince Rogers Nelson. Oh God, I feel like I'm about to go all the way back. Prince Rogers Nelson, aka Prince, aka the symbol, aka the artist formerly known as Ben, and then aka back to Prince. Prince Rogers Nelson came out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. As he came out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, he started a band. Morris Day was in the original band that Prince started. Okay, Morris Day, the movie Purple Rain, not the song. Who don't know the song? This is why we need shows like this. This is why we need shows like this. So Prince and Morris Day were originally in a band together in high school, right? They were originally in a band together in high school. Eventually, they sort of kind of were doing their own thing. Morris Day created his own band with Prince called The Time. Okay, eventually it became Morris Day and The Time, but it was originally The Time. The Time is one of the bands that came up under the umbrella of Prince. If you go back and you listen to you go back and listen to the first 2 or 3 of Prince albums, and you can hear that sound. You hear that Minneapolis sound. You can hear that same sound in The Time, in Vanity, The Family, Apollonia, those early groups that came up under Prince. You hear that exact same sound, right? The Time made up of some great. And again, it was a time of bands and music. They played their music live, right? This is real music. This is grown folk shit. No tracks. Yeah, Alexander O'Neal and Sherelle. Yeah, no tracks. Okay, they were on stage playing their music live. The thing about R&B music, when you think about old school R&B music, the groups had a personality. The Time had a personality. The Time's shtick, for lack of a better word, was they were these misogynistic, arrogant guys, right? You had Morris Day. You had Jesse. Was it Jesse Williams? It was a Jesse Williams. You had Jimmy Jam. You had Terry Lewis. You had Jelly Bean. You had Jerome Benton. A lot of people don't realize Jerome Benton is famous for being probably the best hype man in the history of music. If you saw that performance tonight and you saw Jerome Benton on stage, Jerome Benton he built his career off of being the best hype man on stage. But behind the scenes, he's actually a very talented musician himself. Prince wrote most of the time. Well, actually, I think he wrote their whole first album. But when you have that many talented people, people start wanting to, branch out and do their own thing. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, we know who they became. And they actually ended up getting fired from the band because they were doing music for other artists. And Prince he didn't want them to do that. Prince didn't want them out there. I love Prince and rest in peace, Prince, but Prince was a very controlling guy when it came to music and people who worked for him and all that. He was very controlling. And that's why he butted heads with a lot of these people. Him and Morris Day butted heads for years. I mean, they loved each other like brothers, but they fought like brothers. You know what I'm saying? And Prince gave Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis an ultimatum. And he told them, either y'all stop moonlighting or you can't be in the band. And they were like, all right, well, we're going to leave the band. Because they were taken off as producers. This was before they did Janet Jackson. But before they did Janet Jackson, they were doing like, I think some of the early people they worked for were like Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I can't think off the top of my head, but I could Google it. But anyway, they were Jesse Johnson. Thank you, LaDonna Sutton, Jesse Johnson. He came out with a solo album as well. His solo album was actually pretty good. I had it. It was actually pretty good. I got it on vinyl somewhere, probably at my parents' house somewhere, child. Didn't Morris Day just get his right? I think he did. I think he did just get his music back from the Prince estate. And I think that might be why he's doing this last tour, so he can make some money. But that's another conversation. He actually came out with a book. So if y'all want to know more about Morris Day and his situation, he wrote a book. Unfortunately, Morris Day's career was greatly sidelined because he developed a drug addiction, which unfortunately, it was the 80s. It was what it was. But Morris Day eventually went solo, and he put out a couple of solo albums. Now, his first solo album, I enjoyed it. Gigolos Need Love Too. He has a song on there that I absolutely adore. It's called A Man's World. It's A Man's World, and I'm thinking about it takes a man to understand a man's cry. Shit, what is it, y'all? Is it A Man's Cry? I can hear the song in my head, but for some reason, anyway, it's I love the song, child. Gigolos Need Love is a funny one too. So the time gave you a performance. They gave you a stage, what we call in today's language, they gave you a stage show. I ain't giving him too much, Tracy. I'm telling the truth. I love Prince, but baby, I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. They gave you a stage show. You saw it tonight. If you saw what Morris Day put on stage tonight, imagine him doing that in his 20s. Because Morris Day in his 50s knocking on 60. He might already be in his 60s, but he damn sure knocking on it. Imagine him doing what he did tonight in his 20s. The dancing, the full show, the audience participation, like all of that is what you would get from a time performance or a Morris Day at a time performance. Now, for those of you who do not know who Morris Day and the Time is, and all of that music was new to you, I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry that you did not come up in a time where that is what you saw every day. I'm sorry that you did not get that era of R&B. I know everybody thinks that their era is the best era, and that's what life is about. But I am sorry that you did not get 1980s R&B. I don't know what to tell you, okay? If you wasn't getting 1980s R&B, baby, you was missing something. Go back. I got a homework assignment for y'all. The homework assignment is for y'all to go watch Purple Rain, okay? Go watch Purple Rain. Now, I'm going to go ahead and warn you, the acting ain't the best, but that is not why you watch Purple Rain. You do not watch Purple Rain for no Oscar award-winning performance, okay? Okay, so he is in his 60s. Okay, so he's 64 years old. The man is 64 years old. Imagine him doing what he did tonight in his 20s. I'm telling you, the man, listen, the Time gave you a performance. The Time gave you a show. I'm going to need y'all to go and watch Purple Rain. Again, you're not going to get no Oscar award-winning performances. Please don't come back to me and say, really be the actor. I don't care. I don't care about the acting. Okay? You're going to see these performances. You're going so you can see Prince perform Darling Nikki. You're going so you can see Prince perform Let's Go Crazy. You're going so you can see Prince perform when the whole damn Purple Rain album, child. The whole damn Purple Rain album. You're going so you can see Sex Shooter, Apollonia 6 performing Sex Shooter, okay? You're going so you can see Morris A Day and the Time do Jungle Love, and the other one they performed, okay? The Bird, okay? That is what you watching. Oh, KK, thank you, KK, because we're gonna get to her in a minute. We're gonna get to rest in peace, Irene, Cara, and Sparkle. Thank you, KK. Don't let me forget to talk about that before I get out of here. All right, don't let me get to go back to that. But thank you, rest in peace to Irene, Cara. Listen, baby, that damn Darling Nikki. Let me tell you something. The first time I heard Darling Nikki, for those of y'all who don't know, it's a nasty ass song, and you got to listen to the lyrics. So the song starts off with these are the beginning lyrics of the song. I knew a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. Met her in a hotel lobby, masturbating with a magazine. I didn't know what the hell masturbating was, okay? I did not know. And I remember asking people, because that's the kind of kid I was. If I didn't know what something was, I would ask. I would look, wasn't no such thing as Google. I'll go to the dictionary, or I go to an encyclopedia, or I would ask somebody. So I didn't know what masturbate. I will never forget I asked people. I remember I asked my cousin. I asked my brother. I knew enough not to ask my parents, because the first line of the song said, knew a girl named Nikki. I guess you could say she was a sex fiend. I figured that what she was doing when he met her probably wasn't something, appropriate. So I knew enough not to ask my mama and my daddy, but I asked people and nobody would tell. Nobody would tell me. But anyway, that performance of Darling Nikki is absolutely a staple. Like, if you listen, homework assignment, if you have never seen Purple Rain, absolutely, you got to see Purple Rain. That is my homework assignment for that and Sparkle. We're going to get back to Sparkle, but Sparkle is my other homework assignment. We're going to get to her in a minute. We're going to get to Sparkle in a minute. All right. She said, you could spend some time and I could not resist when I get. She said, exactly. She said, would you like to spend some time? And I could not resist when I saw little Nikki grind. And you know, when Prince got the grinding all over that damn floor, bitch, listen, y'all know. If you ain't never seen Purple Rain, baby, I don't know what to tell you. I am sorry that was not your era of R&B. I just don't know what to tell you. That I'm sorry that was not your era of R&B. Okay? A lot of people don't like performing after Prince because of how extra he was. Yeah, they didn't like performing after Prince. Absolutely, they did not. So, bringing it back around. Hey, Leo. Hey, love. Bringing it back around to that performance tonight. Listen, if you did not enjoy that performance tonight, that I don't know what to tell you. If you did not enjoy Morris Day and that performance tonight, I don't know what to tell you. But let me tell you what I was disappointed about with that performance, okay? The only thing I was disappointed about, because they gave you classic time. That's the other thing too. They dressed, okay? Cleaner than the Board of Health. Every time they went on stage, every single one of them, they was clean as the Board of Health. Every single time they gave you that Minneapolis swag, okay? Every time they went on stage, they was dressed. It was no playing with. It was not. They ain't gonna see no jeans. I don't think I've ever seen Morris Day in a pair of jeans. Now I'm sure in his regular day-to-day life, the man probably wears jeans, sweatsuits, and all that. I ain't never seen Morris Day in no jeans. Now maybe if I Google some pictures of him, just some casual, but I ain't never seen him in an interview. I've never seen him performing. I've never seen him sitting in an audience in no damn jeans. He don't play them games. He gonna listen. Morris Day gonna give you an ascot. He gonna give you a smoker's jacket, or he gonna give you a nice suit. Okay. The rest of the time, every time they perform, clean. I ain't never seen them on stage looking less than what we saw tonight. They clean. Now, Cara, me too. I had the cassette tape and I had the album. I still got the album somewhere, child. I still got it somewhere around here. It's actually probably at my parents' house, but I got it. So with that being said, the only thing that could have made tonight's performance better for me is if Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Jelly Bean Benito, and Jesse Johnson was on that stage. I really wish we could have gotten the original members together. Now, we know where Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis are. I honestly don't know where the rest of them are. I don't know where where Jelly Bean is. I don't know where Jesse Johnson is. And I don't know where, I do know what other, I just said that. I was waiting that whole performance. I was waiting for Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis to walk on that stage. Bitch, I would have lost it. If Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis had walked out on that stage, bitch, I would have lost it. Just pick me up. I'd have lost it if they had came out on that stage. I just knew they was going to come. I just kept waiting. And there was one point in the performance where the crowd started screaming. I said, oh, they there. But it was, I don't know what the crowd was screaming for, child. I guess they just had a moment. But that's the only thing for me that I was a little disappointed in. I felt like their performance was everything. Well, I don't think that's what it is, Cindy. I think it's just issues that have never been resolved amongst them as a group. I told you Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were basically fired. And they were a little resentful of Morris Day because they feel like Morris Day didn't fight for them. Like I told you, Morris Day, he developed a drug problem, which caused issues with the group. He wasn't showing up. He was showing up late. He also developed a pretty big ego. Like, again, he's been very honest about his part in things not going well. But he got an ego, again. And a lot of people do. A lot of lead singers, they get in their head. And so, and again, him and Prince butted heads a lot. They butted heads a lot. But in the end, they were able to make peace. And I could definitely appreciate that. Hey, Fifi, what's up? Lord of 40-year riff, it's our loss. They are all time. I agree. And again, I don't know that to be a fact. I think it. Because I feel like for something like tonight, I feel like they could have put, it's me. I didn't travel with them. I didn't work with them. I feel like they could have put a lot of that aside for this. So the fact that none of them did, and I believe that Soul Train reached out to them. I mean, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were in the package. They were in the package at the beginning talking about the music and the impact of the music. So they were talked to, and I'm pretty certain they were asked to perform because the award wasn't just Morris Day. It was Morris Day in the time. So I feel like, at least from the side of Soul Train, they were invited. You feel what I'm saying? At least from the side of Soul Train, they were invited. But that's the only thing that I was disappointed in. Other than that, baby, Morris Day gave me my life because he Listen, at 64 years old, he gave us a better performance than some 20-year-olds give. The man didn't stop moving the whole time he was on stage. Did y'all see he ain't stopped moving? Him and Jerome, they did not stop moving the whole time they were. And if Morris Day is 65, hell, Jerome's 61. Okay, they did not stop moving. And just like Lil Baby said, and it wasn't a hair out of place. When Morris Day got done, there wasn't a hair out of place. Did y'all see that? Now he was sweating. He had some sweat, but baby, it wasn't a hair out of place. I can see that Prince and Morris Day getting into it. Yeah, you know what? Morris tells the story of right before Prince died. Because there were a lot of times where Prince would Prince was just Prince. Now I know y'all love Prince, and I love Prince too, but Prince was Prince. Prince had some shit with him. You talk about egos, he had one. And Morris Day talked about, over the years they would make up, and then Prince would do something and they'd fall out again or whatever. But he tells the story of Prince inviting him to Paisley Park to perform. And for people who don't know a lot about Prince, Prince was he was an insomniac, he was a workaholic, and it was nothing for Prince to be up in the middle of the night having a jam session at Paisley Park. It happened all the time. And he invited Morris Day to Paisley Park to perform. And Morris Day talks about going to Paisley Park and performing with Prince right before he died. And them having a really good conversation. I mean, and it goes back to people having premonitions and stuff like that. But he said it was a good night. They had a good night. And he talks about that. He talks about that. Again, he wrote a book. And the book is really good. Again, the book is really good. He also did I think he did an Unsung. So if you don't want to read his book, y'all can go into the archives of BET and look at his Unsung. And I think he was very honest about everybody's part to be played in this. Also, we have to take into consideration it's the age-old story that we've heard a million times where people ain't get the money they were supposed to get, right? People were signed to these crazy contracts and they didn't get the money that they were entitled to. And so money was an issue as well. Money was an issue as well. So yeah, their infamous Paisley Park party stories. Oh yeah. Paisley Park, and that's still Paisley Park is on one of my bucket lists. I want to go to Paisley Park and do the tour and all of that. One of my really good friends is a Prince stan, and I want to go with her because she said that she wasn't ready. So when she's ready to go, I want to go with her. Really be the shade that Tiny gave Latasha was very warranted. Tiny got the MVP for me. What shade did she give her? Tell me what she did, little Mackie. I might have missed it. We can rate. That's good because we can move right into because I skipped over Xscape so I could do them last. And then we're gonna talk about Irene and Cara, okay? We're gonna talk about Xscape and then we're gonna talk about Irene and Cara, okay? So I'm gonna read y'all my notes. And then we're gonna talk about what I saw, okay? So Xscape got the Lady of Soul Award. I wrote Jermaine Dupri, great intro, good narrative, right? I wrote they looked good, which I thought they did. I thought they looked really nice. Let me put a pin in that. You know what I love and I know that there's surgeries on that stage. I mean, we know all of them got something going on. They done had breasts, butts, nose, booties, gastric vibe. We know that there's some surgery on that stage, okay? But when I say they look like some good old-fashioned, homegrown Southern Black women, I loved it. I loved it. Thick thighs, I loved it. I thought they looked nice, okay? But let me tell you my last note I wrote. Not in sync. The Soul Cipher is on right now. Hold on, let me see. Fifi, you know I ain't lying. And it didn't help that Prince wrote, produced, arranged, play. Yeah, Prince did all of it. Prince did everything. Latasha made her speech about her, and Tiny went to the mic and said, I want to thank Soul Train, and looked at Candy and Tamika and said, I love my girls, and didn't even include Latasha. You know what? I have to go back and look at it. I feel like I didn't watch all of that. Okay, hold on. Let me see if we can get the Soul Cipher. I'm trying to fast forward to the part to where we are. Okay, here it is right here. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're going to pause for the cause. Hold on. Let me listen to Okay, we had to take a pause for the cause. The cipher was nice. I agree, Xavier. Clearly, they did not all get the memo because even though Tasha Cobbs looked good because it looked like she done lost some weight and stuff, her outfit did not match what everybody else had on. She clearly did not get. She was like Latasha on that red carpet. She did not get the memo. We did not get the memo. Okay. I definitely enjoy. Okay, yeah, I enjoyed that. I'm gonna have to go look. Durant is the name Durant. I'm gonna have to go look him up. He was giving personality. He was giving personality. Okay, now let's get back to these Lady of Soul Awards. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not look at the acceptance, so now I gotta go back and look at the acceptance and see Tiny check Latasha. Okay, but this is what I said in my notes. It is Xavier. It's out on BET Plus. Here's what I said in my notes. I said that, okay, if you have seen Xscape before, and I don't mean in the back in the day, I mean recently since they've gotten back together. Fuck it, go back and look at the verses. You could go back and look at the verses. It is obvious that they were not in sync. Durant does background for Erykah Badu. Okay. You could tell they were not in sync. Again, do I think they sounded bad? No, I don't think they sounded bad. I don't think they sounded horrible, but I've heard them sound more in sync. Does that make sense what I'm saying? They gave us the hits. They gave us a nice stage show. Tiny knows she can sing that damn song. When she get to singing tonight, Tiny knows she blow that shit out the water every time, right? But I just feel like, yeah, he's extra. He gave me extra in the cipher, but I was here for it. But I feel like you could, if we didn't know, let me say this, and I try to ask myself, am I only saying that because we know that there's drama, right? Am I saying that because we know that they going through something? And if I'm being honest, I would say I don't feel like that. I feel like I would have picked up on that anyway. Because again, I've heard them sound more in sync. Their harmony was off tonight. And again, that's to the naked ear. I am no music producer. I don't do voice lessons, but to the naked ear, they were off. Tracy, you said it. It was given four lead singers and not a group singing. There was the harmony was off. Now tell me if I'm wrong. Put it in the chat if I'm wrong. He just released a new album. Okay, I'm gonna have to go listen. I ain't saying I'm gonna download it. I gotta go listen, and then I decide if I'm gonna download it. Okay, but I mean, put it in the chat. Am I wrong? Am I being nitpicky? Am I like just nitpicking with the ladies? Or do y'all hear what I hear? Did y'all hear what I hear? It's kind of like with SWV, you can always tell when something's off, aka tension. Yes, and if y'all go back and listen to, I know I'm giving y'all a lot of homework assignments tonight, but listen, go back to the verses. I know it's all over the internet. You can find that the SWV verses, the SWV Xscape verses. Go back to the verses. Just listen to them do Understanding. You don't even have to listen to the whole thing. Just go listen to their harmony on Understanding. And then listen to tonight's harmony on Understanding. And I think Tracy hit the nail on the head. They were trying to out-sing each other. They were trying to, because I think they were trying to prove, girl, we don't need you. I feel like that's what they was trying to prove. Girl, we don't need you. We don't need you. That's how I feel like they was trying to prove. They need to call Matthew Knowles. He'll get them in harmony to play their position. Child. The energy was off between them, but honestly, none of them fooled with Latasha and tried to make it work. I can't see the show and see how this is all about to unfold. I can't wait to see the show. Yeah, and you know, a part of me is like, okay, is all of this just about the show or is this real? You know what I mean? I think it's real to a certain extent, but a part of me is like, okay, how much of this is real and how much is this about the show? Y'all feel me? So overall, I enjoyed the performance. I did. Um, but again, I've seen them better. Congratulations to them for getting the award and being recognized. It's always nice to get your flowers. Um, but again, it just they was off, y'all. They was off. It just was what it was. They was off. But I enjoyed it before. I thought their outfits were cute. Now it is interesting to me how they was able to coordinate some stuff for the performance, but the red carpet was screwed up. Now I'm side on all of them on that one because I feel like if y'all could communicate long enough to figure out what y'all was gonna wear on stage, then y'all could have communicated long enough to figure out what y'all was gonna wear on the red carpet. I don't know who's right and who's wrong. I certainly don't. I honestly don't give a damn. But it just seemed to me like if y'all could communicate long enough to figure that out. All right. I think it's real because why would Latasha skip out on shows? She need the money. Ooh. History already told Latasha that we the people don't want her as a solo act. I need her to not take down this road or go down this road again. Child. Well, that just says someone didn't. Why you coordinate with the rest during the red carpet? Well, that just said someone. I don't know what you're saying, Osher. I think you're trying to say that means someone did. Somebody ain't talked to somebody. And again, I don't know who's to blame. I don't listen. I don't have that much bandwidth to figure out who to blame. I'm just gonna go ahead and be honest with y'all. I don't have that much bandwidth to figure out who to blame. But I will say somebody is to blame. Yeah, Tracy, I think so too. It came on. Yeah, it's on again now, Kenneth. I think so too that they picked it out earlier. But what I'm saying is there still had to be conversation about what they were going to wear. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It just seemed to me. But I will say this, Latasha, hold on. Let me take this off. We ain't ready for her yet. We still talking about Xscape. Hold on. We almost ready for my baby. Latasha, I will say this. You posted a conversation between your stylist and the stylist for the group. Okay? You posted the text messages. And in the text messages, it said for you to wear black. Now, black still wasn't the color that the rest of the ladies was going to wear. But what my point is if you had worn black, I probably would be 100% in your corner. I'd be with you, girl. I'd be like, her stylist text their stylist, and their stylist said we don't have the color figured out yet, but just wear a black gown. If Latasha had showed her ass up on that red carpet in a black gown, I'd be side-eyeing the girls. I would. I'd be side-eyeing the rest of the group. But girl, you showed up in green. So I could even see if you were like, listen, here are the messages that my stylist was talking to their stylist, and the stylist told me to wear black, and I wore black, and everybody else had on what was that, like a metallic, goldish metallic thing they had working. Then I'd be 100% with Natasha. I'd be like, that's fucked up. That man told you to wear black, you wore black, and they showed up in that. I'd be with you, girl. But girl, you showed up in green. So let's assume for a moment you're saying that the stylist didn't communicate. They did communicate, and he told you to wear black. Now, what he said was we hadn't figured it out yet, but just wear something black. That's what he said. So for you to say there was no communication, there was communication. You didn't follow the communication. But neither here nor there. I'm sure we're gonna get the whole backstory. I'm sure we're gonna get the whole backstory, child. And that's what I'm saying, little baby. If she had shown up in black, they could have made that work. I mean, she still would have blended. I mean, she still would have stood out, but they could have made that work. But neither here nor there, child. Y'all know. So where's the other messages of the updated wardrobe? Right, Cindy. I feel like there's more messages. I do. I feel like there's more text messages because again, I feel like there was a further conversation. I'm not crazy, y'all. I feel like there was more said. I feel like there was more said. But anyway, with that being said, y'all, we lost a great one tonight. Well, earlier today. We lost Irene Cara. Again, if you don't know who Irene Cara is an R&B singer. Well, actually, she started off in disco, child. In the 1970s, she did disco. She did R&B. Most people know her most famously for her song Flashdance. Most people know her famously for starring in the original Fame. She was Coco in the original Fame. And so if you've ever heard the original Fame song, that is Irene Cara's voice, if you did not know. But again, my favorite Irene Cara moment is Sparkle. That is my movie. The original Sparkle, not that old mess they redid with Whitney Houston and Jordan Sparks. No, not that one. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not that one. The original Sparkle. Listen, I know I keep giving y'all homework assignments, but it's that kind of a night. Y'all gotta go see the original Sparkle. Y'all have got to go see the original Sparkle. You gotta go see the original Sparkle. I know it's playing somewhere, it's streaming somewhere. You can find it somewhere. Y'all gotta go see the original Sparkle. I'm just telling you. You never heard of Irene Cara? Oh, Old Street. You know what? I don't know what her I don't know what she identified. I know she was Afro something. Maybe she was Afro. I think she was Afro Latina. I think she was Afro Latina. You saw it in the movie theater, Auntie Didi? Yes, honey. The original Sparkle. Listen, let me tell you something. My favorite line in that movie was when they mama, played by the late great Mary Alice, went backstage after their performance. And sister, right? Yeah, she won an Oscar and a Grammy, yes. When the mama saw sister with that black eye, and the mama tried to tell sister, a man don't put his hands on you if he love you. You know, mama gave her the story, the conversation. And sister told mama, you ain't know what you were talking about. Baby mama said, I said my piece. I'm going home. I said, I know that's right. She said, listen, I done told you. Now, you ain't got to listen to me. But mama done seen more, mama know more. But okay, too. Okay, girl. Okay. She okay, Puerto Rican and Cuban. Okay. So all right, Puerto Rican and Cuban. Okay. And look up sister too. She was black, Cuban, and Puerto Rican. Okay. Yeah, sister. I remember that with Diane Carroll and Lynette. Is it Lynette? No, Lynette McKee was sister. Diane Carroll. I could see her face. But yes, that was a good one. Sister was a good one too. Yes, y'all look up sister. That was a good one too. Yes, giving him some. Listen, if y'all know the En Vogue, giving him something he can feel. The original is from Sparkle. Giving him something he can feel. I can't believe at my big age I haven't seen the original Sparkle. TV One used to run it. Did they used to run it? Rosalind Cash. Thank you, Auntie Didi. Yes, Rosalind Cash. And Rosalind Cash, that was my girl. You know, she was on a different world too. Rosalind Cash was on a different world. Mary Alice was on a different world. Diane Carroll, child, all of them was down to the different world. Yes, I remember Sister Sister. Was that directed by Maya Angelou? I did not know that. Okay, all right, y'all. Here go hold on. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. The escape effective speech. I want to hear it. Hold on. Okay, so I see what y'all was talking about. That the Tasha was getting ready to go give us a Sunday morning sermon about loving yourself. She talking about something. I didn't always love myself, but now you love yourself. I said, oh, she was about to go down a whole road. Yeah, she was about to give us a whole. That was filmed in Montgomery, Alabama. Leo, you from Montgomery? I didn't know that. I've been to Montgomery before. I've been to Montgomery before. I went to this soul food restaurant. I think it's considered like downtown Montgomery. Ooh, baby. I don't know. I don't remember the name of it, but baby, because we went to the museum. You know, we went over where the park and the churches and everything, and we went to the museum. And then the guard at the museum told us to go over to that restaurant and get us some dinner. Baby. Ooh, that thing was good. Baby, that food was some kind of good. Anyway, I'm being ghetto, y'all. I'm eating a piece of my mama pound cake. This is my last piece of pound cake from Thanksgiving. I'm getting back on my grind tomorrow, so I said, well, I might as well go on and eat it now. So, overall, my thoughts on the show tonight, I thought it was an excellent show. I thought it was well produced. I felt like the performance were up to. Because let me tell you one of the things that embarrasses me with a lot of these award shows, like the Soul Train Awards that reach back. It was playing Martha's Place is the name of the restaurant my aunt was the cook there. Well, I don't know if your aunt was there the day I went, but you tell your aunt, baby, she put her foot in that thing. Ooh, that food! I got some fried chicken. Bitch. Ooh. Odessa's blessing. No, I think I went to Martha's Place. I think I would remember Odessa. I think Odessa would have. Nay, go to sleep. Oh yeah, you missed the pound cake. Oh, she mad. Mm-mm. You missed the pound cake, Nay. Y'all, we fight over my mama pound cake. I need you to know that. And I'll fight my niece and my nephew over this pound cake. Okay. Exactly, little baby. And that's what I was going to say. I used to get frustrated. The BET Awards and the Soul Train Awards, I used to get frustrated when they would reach back. And I understood they were doing it for nostalgia's sake. But baby, if these people's voices is gone, I'd rather remember them the way I knew them than you throw them up on stage and they half remember the words and they can't hit none of the notes and they can't do none of the choreography. Like, you ain't always got to sing. I'm just saying. You don't always got to sing. I'm just saying. It's okay to be like, I'm retired. It's all right. Because if I had to look at them put Alexander O'Neal on that stage one more damn time with no teeth in his mouth, I was going to be mad. And don't disrespect, I love Alexander O'Neal, but baby, put that man on stage with no teeth. Give us some examples. Alexander O'Neal, Guy, Aaron Hall out there trying to, no. Quiet as kept, loud as it is. Sherelle done seen better days too. We don't need to see her or Alexander O'Neal. Okay? I'm just saying. Now tonight, they did a good job tonight because I feel like everybody they put on that stage blew that stage out the water. Chante Moore, we already had that conversation. Okay? Moore's Day, absolutely. Xscape, I've seen them be more in sync, but they still sounded good. Everybody they put on that stage tonight gave us a performance. But sometimes it's okay to leave people where they are. Sometimes it's okay for you to be like, this ain't your ministry. Not tonight. Who else I feel like they should have left off the stage? Who else? Trying to think. The last time I heard Frankie Beverly, he didn't sound good. And I love me some Frankie Beverly. If you from DC, you know that Frankie Beverly is a DC staple. But the last time I heard him sing loud, because he's had some health issues, he probably need to retire. And I love Frankie Beverly. Broke my heart the last time I heard Frankie Beverly sing. Because I was like, he can't. His voice is gone. Now, I don't know if it's temporarily gone or permanently gone. Because he's had some health issues. But, baby, the last time I heard him, it wasn't good. Oh, not leave the drunk Aunt Jane sit down. No. I love Lila James. I mean, she's a little special, but I love her. I still remember her from R&B Divas, baby. I was like, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I wouldn't, but again, he may sound all right now. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, shit. Let me see. Who else? And then we gotta get off of here. Some of the people do need the money. They do. I ain't gonna front. Some of them do. But everything ain't for everybody. I'm just saying. We ain't even gonna talk about Auntie Shaka. We're not even gonna talk about Auntie Shaka. I'm sorry. Y'all got mad at me when I talked about the verses with Shaka Khan and Stephanie. Y'all got mad at me, so I ain't gonna say nothing about. When I say y'all, you know, people got mad. I ain't gonna say nothing about it. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it boop right there. I'm gonna bloop leave it over there. But y'all saw the same thing I saw, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Y'all saw the same thing I saw. Kind of like when Nancy Wilson was singing as she got older. I love her, but no. Yeah. And I love me some Nancy Wilson too, honey. And that's the thing. The reality, listen, I'm going to say this and then we're going to get off here. Let's call a spade a spade. Your voice is an instrument. Your voice is an instrument. And a lot of these singers, a lot of the people that we're talking about are people who did not take care of their instrument. Through drug addiction, through smoking, through being in, like somebody like a Nancy Wilson, she was a smoker and she smoked she sang for a long time in clubs where people were allowed to smoke. You know, you think about Nancy, the majority of Nancy Wilson's career was in clubs where it was just clouds of smoke. And then she was a smoker. And those things don't help. You know, we know Alexander O'Neal. We know we know. You know, I beg of you, stop smoking. I beg of you. Oh, you talking to me? So they ran their instrument to the ground singing because they needed that money. I mean, for a variety of reasons. I mean, they were singing because that's what they wanted to do. They were singers. That was their career. That was their profession. But because of, for whatever, they just weren't successful with taking care of their instrument. That's it. The only old person who still sings like they did in their youth is my queen, Gladys Knight. I wouldn't say the only. It's a lot of them out there that still can sing. Yeah, it's a lot of them that can still sing. I mean, we just gave you some examples tonight. There's a lot of them that can still sing. And I think still sound good. Hell, Patty still sound good. And I love Gladys Knight. But I'm sorry, Patty, bitch. Patty can still put that mic on the ground and you still hear her loud and clear. Patty still give you a show. Yeah, Whitney. Yeah, well, Whitney, the smoking, but the drugs too. But the smoking was part of it. The smoking was definitely part of it. Again, Whitney was another one. If Whitney, we know that before Whitney's death, Whitney couldn't hit them notes anymore. Whitney could not do "And I Will Always Love You." She couldn't do it anymore. Uncle Charlie, he gives you a show, and he dealt with drug addiction. So, anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. It's been an hour and a half. It's a midnight. But I will talk to y'all later. Patty can still, Patty is still torn. Patty ass ain't gonna, and she don't need the money. Patty just likes to perform. Patty don't need the damn money. She just likes to perform. Yeah, Charlie Wilson did a good job because his voice, he still sound good. All right, y'all. I am going to bed, though. Well, getting off of here. Well, going to bed. All right. Good night, everybody. Thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for listening. And I will see y'all later. Peace.